Hello, it's Darren from Investor Income. Welcome to the channel. Glad you can check back in. We are looking at a classic trade here that I took this morning, and we are trying to flip a $50 account. The reason I'm doing the $50 account is I had a email from a chap who's basically only got $50 to play with, which I said to him wasn't enough, but he's in a pretty bad situation, so I'm trying to show that it's possible with trading forex. So we can't do Nadex because Nadex requires, I think, 250 or something for a deposit. If you've got an account already, I think it's another 100 you need to deposit. But in any case, he can't do that, so he's only got 50. Therefore, we're doing forex. I have one of my accounts that I can use, so I'm going to try and flip a $50 account. So that's not a lot of leeway. So we're going to have to be careful with our money management. I'll be trading on the 1 minute chart, and we're going to try and flip it if we can. So it will involve risk, and the risk is obviously going to be quite high considering the amount of capital available. However, I believe that I can do it, so we're going to see, and that'll hopefully give people a bit more confidence in my system. However, the risk we are taking, you are at risk of blowing the account. So, there's no guarantees with this. It might not pan out, but if it get trades like this morning when I woke up at 6 a.m. and I saw this one, this was pound yen. It's just ridiculous. Perfect setup. I actually took that in my little bed on my phone, and I took the trade and then came out. So I rode that one right up to our baseline. I just got cheeky and brazen. It already come up nicely, topped out, but shown quite a bit of strength in the move. And it was 9 a.m. around that time, wasn't it? Yeah, it's coming up to 9, so I was confident they would continue the move. And then I traded a lot of pound dollar today. Again, I saw the move was coming to an end, and I traded a quick little scalp on this one down here. So I think it was 10 pips or something. Yeah, 10 pips. Took 10 pips on that one, and I just basically traded that way all day, and it just turned out perfect, really. So that was pound, and then I took these euro dollar trades again. Crazy days, crazy time. This was beautiful. I should have re-entered up here. I didn't. See, I could have told you I re-entered up there, but I didn't. I entered here, and very good position still. Straight back to the baseline. Ridiculous, really, when you think about it. And US dollar CAD, I didn't trade, but could have, but didn't. And euro yen, I want to talk about because no, I didn't. I put this marker here because this is why I put it live. I put these green markers when I take a trade. I put it there. I did not take the trade. I do not know why in hindsight, but I didn't. And it was absolutely perfect. So quite annoying. I don't really like losing out on money, and that was lovely. 40 pips gone down the drain, but you can't win them all, and I already made a lot. So I made 115 pips in total on my trades today. So that was very nice, and there was very nice action in the trades. I only had a couple on at once as well, so it was it was like a perfect day, absolutely perfect. I was scalping a lot, so I was just bagging pips when they were there, but the price action was fantastic. So it depends what kind of days we have. If we've got some real choppy days, then this is a nice trading range on most pairs. It was working in a beautiful range. If we go back a couple of days, which I don't know whether it can. I'll show you the pound yen. I'm not sure I'll be able to get far enough back on my history. I don't know whether anyone else is having internet issues, but I've had to use my backup internet a few times, so I'm not happy on that front. This is a very trending day on pound yen. This is where the baseline, if you just traded back to the baseline on these extremes, you're going to get stung. You could just re-enter and still end up either flat or winning on those. However, with our system, we can get a lot more accurate than that. And here, you can see the trades I took. If I took them back to the baseline, they would have been lovely. And that would have been even better. So we can see it in the numerous times. Anyway, this day is a very trendy day, so when you get trending days like this, we'll be going with the trend as well. It's taking these opposite positions, and then we can manage our risk a lot better when we've got trades in both directions. But we will know this is a strong trend in the system, so we will be able to manage that risk effectively. And we've done videos on that one anyway, so it's just to show that this system does work in both scenarios and in trending markets. Normally during the London session, I've designed the system around, but you can use it in any session. You just need to be aware of the same rules. It works the same. You can see during the early hours, it's come straight back to the baseline and just profit, a lot of profit there. And you can see it has to come back to this baseline. So I call it the baseline. That's what it is. You can enter, re-enter, back up you go. I've covered this in other videos. So I'm going to try and do this $50 account flip. I'm very excited in a way that it's going to be challenging. So I'm going to be trading my own account and using just $50 as my maximum drawdown. I think there's only 100 and something in the account at the minute. So anyway, I'll be using $50 as my drawdown and demonstrate what we can do with the system. I don't know what I'm going to do to this with this guy to help him out, but he's kind of in a bad way. So it's hard when you get an email like that, you know, as myself, because obviously I'm not in that situation. I trade. I'm very lucky in that sense. I'm independent. I don't need to rely on anyone. But since I've been putting these YouTube videos up and given the circumstances with the mysterious illness we're dealing with, I'm trying to be not charitable, but you know what I mean. I'm trying to help people out. So we run a trading group. If you're interested, email below, and we are going to make a lot of money in that and change people's lives. That's the intention. That's why it wasn't the intention when I started the channel. Actually, I just want to put my trades up, but it's kind of developed into something I didn't think it would. And that's where we are now. So given the circumstances, I'm going to try and help this guy out. I don't know how he's going to do it, but I want to show him first of all that it can be done. And then we'll see where we go from there. So it is possible to flip a $50 account. I'm going to try and prove that. But let me be frank from the start, is not a perfect situation to be in. For a start, we're going to have to trade small, and therefore our time getting our money up to a reasonable level to make any difference to anyone's life is going to be a lot longer. You should be able to do it in a month or so, but you know, realistically, if that's the limit of your funds, you know, things are against you. Just looking at divergence, like I always say in my videos. I mean, if any of the guys in my trading group are watching, this is, you know, it's a no-brainer, isn't it? Absolute no-brainer. It has to come down from there. So yeah, absolutely obvious trade. I love just cutting the charts down to basics. It's got one moving average and an oscillator. You can trade around that. So when you've got massive deviation away from the moving average, it has to go, unless this line is going to go parabolic up. I've said before, you're gonna, you know, if you get extremes like this, we can trade those. It's beautiful trades, beautiful trades. So same. Just going to exercise there for a minute. The same here. We can trade. There's money everywhere. There's money everywhere. Yeah, the opportunities. This is more of a situation we like to look at. This is the early hours, you see. This is what can happen in the early hours, which is why I'd obviously only trade the London session, and I'm awake then, which helps being awake when you trade. I always advise being awake when you trade. This is just flat, dead, nothing session, so that's why I don't trade it. So anyway, we'll try and flip this $50 account. I'm going to only use maximum of $100 drawdown. I'm going to post my trades and we'll see where we go with it. If it gets blown, it gets blown, and that will be the end of that. But it's going to be a challenge to do. I'll be doing it alongside my live trades in any case. So we shall see where we end up. Hope you enjoyed the video, and I'll talk to you soon.